We've talked a lot about the potential crimes that Donald Trump may have committed. Of course, we have seditious conspiracy. We have fraud against the U.S. government. We have impeding a congressional hearing, possibly even assault on a Secret Service agent, depending on how that story pans out. But there is another one that was actually kind of revealed on Tuesday during the Select Committee's hearing that's kind of been glossed over, and yet it might end up being one of the biggest ones. And that, of course, is potential witness tampering by Donald Trump and his allies of the witnesses for the January 6th committee itself. Here's what the committee heard on Tuesday. What they said to me is this, quote, "As long as I continue to be a team player, they know that I'm on the team, I'm doing the right thing, I'm protecting who I need to protect, I'll continue to stay in good graces in Trump world." Now, this was brought up, of course, by Liz Cheney during the hearing from a witness who had previously testified, saying that, yeah, they're reaching out, the Trump people, and they're saying, hey, we know you want to stay on our good graces, right? We know you know who to protect here. Now, Liz Cheney did not accuse them outright of witness tampering, just suggested, that maybe this is something we also ought to look into. I'm going to go ahead and say that if this testimony is accurate, if those kinds of calls or messages, whatever, are being made, then that is 100% both witness tampering and obstruction of justice. Put together, that would carry roughly a 20-year prison sentence, at least, actually. Could be more. But if that testimony is accurate, and hopefully if this individual can back it up, show some proof of this, whether it's a text message, an email, call logs, whatever you got, then you've got these people on obstruction. You've got these people on witness tampering. And another piece of this puzzle, too, something I had brought up, actually many, many, many months ago, was the fact that Donald Trump, through all these other little groups, Matt Schlapp's group and everything, offering to pay the legal fees of these people testifying before the committee. Now, on its face, that's not necessarily witness tampering, but it could be seen as undue influence upon the witnesses. And here's why. All these witnesses that have had to go and testify in front of this committee are hiring lawyers for obvious reasons, right? You don't want to incriminate yourself. You need the legal advice. It's the smart decision. Not all of these people that have testified before the committee can really even afford lawyers. And that's where Matt Schlapp's group has come in and said, hey, don't worry about it. We got your legal bills covered. We'll find you a lawyer. And then when that person goes to testify, they're going to remember who's paying the bills. And in fact, they've actually said that, within the past year. That's why some people have declined to have these groups pay for their legal fees. That's why some people have been denied having these groups pay for their legal fees. This is a big issue. Obstruction of justice, witness tampering, all of this, whether it's through the paying of the legal fees, which for the record, I don't know if they're still paying anybody's legal fees, but I do know that at one point that was what the plan was. But reaching out to these people and saying, you know who to protect. You know you want to stay on our good graces, so let's make sure you do that. Yeah, in my mind, there is no doubt that that is both obstruction and witness tampering. And I hope that the DOJ was paying attention to that, because that is something that is right up their alley and wouldn't be that difficult to prove, if, of course, it did happen.
This is Hattie. Hattie wants to know why you have not subscribed to our channel. You obviously like our videos, so do us a favor and subscribe.